Today, since we're talking about life, we'll talk about a law that just recently got passed in New York City to protect the lives of dogs and cats. So apparently dogs and cats for Christmas are not going to be a thing because New York just banned the selling of dogs, cats, and rabbits in pet stores to combat the puppy mill pipeline, as it's called. Now, right now, I'm thinking to myself, you need to strike up the Sarah McLachlan, cue the very dopey-eyed puppies, and get in the arms of an angel. Come on, let's go. Now, if you don't just purely have a bleeding heart and you actually care about the truth, you might think to yourself, selling cats and dogs to children is not that big of a deal. Certainly we've got other issues, but no, Kathy Hochul is determined. And it says this about Kathy Hochul in the ABC article. New York Governor Kathy Hochul signed legislation Thursday banning the sale of dogs and cats and rabbits in retail pet stores throughout the state. Animal activists have been calling for such a ban for years, contending that pet stores are often stocked with animals that are bred and abused in puppy mills and other mass breeding centers. Dogs, cats, and rabbits across New York deserve loving homes and humane treatment. Let me check real quick. Humane treatment. I don't know. Dictionary.com does change a lot, but humane treatment for animals, okay, sure. How about humane treatment for babies, preborn babies, especially? Let's check the books actually and see where New York is in terms of its abortion laws, because we can no longer sell dogs and cats and rabbits in pet stores because it is far too evil and inhumane. But can we sever the spinal cord of another human being? So in the law books now in New York City, of course, they have a viability law, which essentially means this: that you can eliminate and terminate your pregnancy up until the third trimester or thereabouts. So let's just be a little bit charitable here, and let's look at humane treatment of children in the womb, and let's look at their development up into the second trimester. So babies who are second trimester babies and still viable to be on the chopping block in New York City, while pets like dogs and cats and rabbits are going to be saved. Second trimester babies, they have legs and they have arms and they kick and they move. And the second trimester is where mommy starts to feel those kicks and those moves in her belly. The fetus begins to respond to certain external stimuli. That's when the baby can hear music from the outside or start to feel the vibrations on a mother's belly from music and those kind of things. And the baby begins to respond to mommy's voice and daddy's voice and starts to feel those different sensations. Also, the fetus will respond. The fetus also grows fingernails and form fingerprints and toe prints. And for those of you who need a reminder, those fingerprints and those toe prints are completely unique to each and every individual. Hair starts growing on the head and eyelids begin to open and shut. So the baby begins to flutter its eyes as it grows eyelashes and eyebrows and all sorts of other things. And of course, the fetal heartbeat is very prominent at the second trimester. Now, of course, if you're Stacey Abrams, that's nothing more than a right-wing pro-life conspiracy, but there is a very audible heartbeat. So what does it say about our culture when dogs and cats have more protection than a life in the womb? What does it say about our culture when a baby isn't allowed to change everything? But actually, we see babies as in positions that are easy to get rid of with a simple procedure. What does it say about us that responsibility is something that we only think we can take on when we're ready, when often responsibility calls upon you when you least expect it? And in fact, great people in this life are always those who respond to a need in the moment. They're always those who respond to something, whether they feel ready or not, but they jump to the occasion. They rise to the occasion in the moment. So what does it say about our culture? Well, it says that our culture is weak and getting weaker and more sadistic as we get weaker. That as we move further and further and further away from Christianity in the West, life becomes less precious. But around Christmas time, I hope we can move a little bit closer to the realization not only that a baby changes everything and that change may need to be embraced for our lives to get even better, and that the challenges that a baby may place upon us actually will improve our lives, but also that those babies will grow up to be something powerful and beautiful and be able to celebrate Christmas one day in their own right, to make their own traditions. Well, we'll never know that if we keep the abortion mill pumping and continue to devalue human life while we value animal life.
So you just got done watching a small excerpt of a much larger episode. You can find the link to that full episode down below in the description of this video. So you definitely need to check that out, because if you like that clip, you'll like the much larger episode. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and click that little bell to be notified when great new episodes of Indie Thinker come your way. Thanks for watching.